So it's morning time, I'm hungry, and I don't eat pork too often. So let's go ahead and make some turkey bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches today. Stick around. So this recipe today is pretty simple. Um, we're just going to be using some turkey bacon, salt and pepper, eggs, really basic ingredients, not anything too crazy. So I decided to use some buns. These are some sweet Hawaiian hamburger buns. And we're going to get a little fancy and use some Swiss cheese. I guess you could use one skillet to cook all of this, but let's use two. I think it'll be a lot more efficient. So let's go ahead and start off with cracking 4 eggs. I'm using 4 because I'm cooking for my wife as well. So we're gonna make sure that she has a serving for herself because I'm not sharing my food today. So I like making my life difficult, and I used a butter knife to move this butter around in a skillet. Um, don't do this. There's a lot more efficient ways to move butter around. I mean, you literally could just move the entire skillet around. But let's throw some bacon inside here. And I like using butter for my bacon. Some people like to use Pam or oil or whatever, but butter works the best in my opinion. It tastes delicious. So I like to cook my bacon on a medium heat. I don't like rushing meats. I feel like rushing your meat is kind of like the worst thing to do. Just take your time and cook it properly and medium heat. It's going to be crispy, it's going to be delicious, it's going to be cooked thoroughly. You won't have like weird soft spots. It'll just be one consistent awesome piece of bacon. So this turkey bacon is just about done. I like mine just to be crispy. I don't like it, extra cooked or anything. I just like to make sure that once it's done cooling off, it'll be a nice crispy piece of bacon. So let's go ahead and transfer this onto the paper towel so that we can absorb any excess oil. Unless you're into that, then don't do this part. But I like to absorb any excess oil. It just adds to my bacon experience. Nice crispy pieces of bacon. So since we're done with this, let's start working on our eggs. These came out really well, so I think we can move on. Oh, don't mind the extra bacon cooking in the background. I like my bacons, so don't worry about that. Anyways, we're cooking some eggs up. Obviously, I put some butter in this pan and I put my scrambled eggs in, and now we're gonna season it while it's in the pan. Some people like to do this, some people don't, but it works for me. It's delicious, and I don't like trying to mix my seasons in while it's in the bowl. I feel like it clumps together more. That's just my personal experience. I mean, maybe you guys, have a different take on that, but all I'm doing now is just mixing this egg around and making sure that it's getting cooked evenly. Some people like to take the pan off of the stove a little bit just so that you don't overcook certain sections, but I find that if you stay here and make sure that you're paying attention to your egg and moving it around and watching what parts are cooked more and just paying attention to it, it'll come out well. So let's go ahead and put some Swiss cheese on our eggs now. Um, some people like to mix the cheese inside. I like to put it on top and then just kind of stack them on top of each other, especially if I'm making a sandwich. It's kind of as if you put the cheese on the bread. So, yeah, this is how I do it. Possibly one of the most important parts of this sandwich. Um, this is my personal opinion. Everybody's different, but I like to butter toast my buns. I don't put my buns in the toaster. I don't put them in the oven unless I'm like in a rush or something. I will put them in the toaster then, but if I have time, especially if I'm making a video like this, I want these to be butter toasted on the inside only. The texture is phenomenal. It makes a drastic difference in your sandwich. there you have it. Bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. Now, obviously, they're not constructed yet, but they're about to be. So, this is what I was talking about where I kind of stacked my eggs. You can kind of see layers there. So, I put that on top of my already broken bacon. We're going to put a little mayo on top of this bread as well here soon. And that's about it. I like to keep, breakfast recipes real simple. Thanks for sticking with me for these 5.5, maybe 6 minute video. I took a bite out of this sandwich here once this scene ended, and it was freaking delicious. So make it for yourself. Try it out. It's really good. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have more videos coming out about cooking. It's going to be at the minimum weekly. See ya.